Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe, and you are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you appear before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you will given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pre-trial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to represent yourself, hire a private counsel, or whether you'd like the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't been able to call your friends, family, or your attorney to let them know where you are, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand, please.
Solemnly swear or affirm testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Laura Christie.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Christie, can I have your date of birth, please?
9/25/66.
All right, you are here this morning for a felony, petty theft, a trespass, and a structure of conveyance, and a possession of drug paraphernalia. The bonds are currently $2,000, $1,000, and $1,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. You're also here for hiring a taxi with the intent to defraud. I also find probable cause for your arrest on that, and the bond is currently $2,000. Did you want to represent yourself on these? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public defender.
Okay. Point the Public Defender's Office on both of these cases. State.
Yes, Your Honor. She looks like she has a 2012 theft and resisting. She failed to appear on both those cases after that, and she also has, which is oddly relevant to this, a transit fraud conviction out of New York from 2013.
Okay. All right, Ms. Christie, I have an address for you on Holiday Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
About 10 years.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, for count one on the petty theft, I'm going to keep that at $2,000. Count two, I'll set at $500. Count three, I'll set at $500. And we'll see you back to court on that case on March 20th at 9 a.m. And then we have the other case. I'm going to keep the bond at $2,000 on that case as well. And we're going to see you back to court on March 20th on both cases, okay? March 20th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Anna Mina's?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Mina's, can I have your date of birth?
11/18/98.
All right, you are here this morning for a burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft auto. It looks like both of those are out of Pasco County. There's a $10,000 bond on each of those out of Pasco. What's going to happen is we're going to hold you on that bond at $10,000 each out of Pasco. You can bond out on those if you want to, and then go down to Pasco and figure out when your court date will be. If you can't bond out, Pasco will come pick you up within the next 5 days and bring you down there, and you can ask for a public defender and a court date when you get there. If they don't get you within the next 5 days, they'll bring you back in front of me, and we'll try to figure out what's going on, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Katie White? Ms. White, can I have your date of birth?
3185.
All right, you were here today for a violation of probation. There's no bond on that at this time. It's also out of Pasco County. We're going to hold you on that. Pasco County is going to come get you within 5 days. When you get to Pasco County, you can ask for a court date and a public defender when you get there. If they don't come get you within the next 5 days, they'll bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what's going on, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Richard Brown?
This
Mr. Brown, can I have your date of birth?
This December 3rd, 1987.
Okay, you were here this morning for a felony domestic battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's Office.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, State.
We got a 2006
Yes, ma'am.
Grand Theft Auto, 2006 battery by strangulation, 2006 battery, violation of probation on the Grand Theft, 2007 burglary of a structure. We have a dropped battery in 2008, a 2008 violation of probation, 2008 petty theft, 2009 Grand Theft, 2010 battery domestic, 2010 burglary of a structure for which he received a 3-year sentence in the Department of Corrections, 13 felony petty theft, 13 felony battery, 2 failures to appear in 2015, 2016 battery that was dropped, 2017 trespass.
Sir, I have an address for you on Blandford Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Was. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you move from there?
That's my mailing address. I was just, that's where I live at, ma'am. As a matter of fact, right now, maybe.
Do you have a job?
Before I got locked up on this.
Do you have a job?
Yes. Yeah, I work day labor.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to set your bond at $20,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Lisa Marie Brown. Do not call her, do not text her, do not write her, do not have anyone else have any contact with her on your behalf. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file that injunction against you, I want to read it very carefully to be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her vehicle, or anywhere else where she may frequent. That means no contact even if she wants to have contact with you. So if she calls you, you should hang up the phone. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. I'm ordering that you have no contact with her whatsoever. If you do have contact with Ms. Brown while this case is pending, you could be arrested on another charge and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
We're going to see you back to court on these cases on March 20th at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Your Honor, is that both counts?
Oh, let me see it.
Can you show us that?
Yes, thank you, Joe. That's $20,000 on each count.
So I have one domestic battery or 2 domestic?
That's a total of 40. Michael Sislo. Can I have your date of birth, sir?
6/16/84.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public Defender's Office, Your Honor.
I want the public defender's office to represent you. We're going to hold you no bond on that violation of probation at this time, and see you back to court on February 20th at 9 a.m. Is that right, Judge Miller?
My PC says
Why does it say
Pasco
February
County.
20th? No, mine doesn't.
With who? We're doing
Oh.
Cicelo? Correct. I'm showing Pasco County.
Okay. Why do I have a return court date for sure? So he shouldn't have a return court date then. Okay, they're telling me this is a Pasco County case, and Pasco County wants no bond on you at this time. I don't see a teletype or anything. It's weird. So we're going to hold you no bond until Pasco comes and gets you, okay? If they don't come get you within the next 5 days, they're going to come bring you back in front of me, and we will figure out what's going on. When you get to Pasco County, you can ask for an attorney and a court date, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thomas Fair.
Good morning.
Mr. Fair, can I have your date of birth?
9/29/81.
All right. You are here this morning for 2 different cases. Each count, though, is a possession of a controlled substance. The bonds on each of those are $5,000. Oh, no, there's just one, right? It's just one
ma'am.
case, I'm sorry. The bond on that case is $5,000. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
PD, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2006 marijuana, 2006 DUI, failure to appear in 2007, 2008 domestic, 2014 paraphernalia, 2015 failure to appear, violation of probation 2015, another violation of probation 2015, 2016 paraphernalia, 2016 petty theft, 2016 carrying concealed firearm, 3 counts of FTA in 2016, sale and possession case in 2016 as well.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for you on Old Moulton Road in Hudson. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
34 years.
Do you have a job?
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
Do medical studies. I mean, it's still a job. I don't go to work every day, if that's what you want to know.
That is not what I want to know.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to keep your bond at $5,000. We're going to see you back to court March 20th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
James Feehan. Mr. Feehan, can I have your date of birth?
12/12/1991.
All right. You are here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Toner back on July 8, 2016 for domestic battery by strangulation and a misdemeanor battery. The bonds of $4,000 and $3,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest on that. We also have here for you a domestic battery, also from 2016. Looks like May of 2016. I did find probable cause for your arrest on that. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office on these cases?
I have a paid lawyer.
Who do you have?
I honestly don't know my people's covering that.
What'd you say?
I honestly don't know my people.
Your people.
My people covering that.
Right. His people. Okay. State.
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, he did pretrial intervention for battery by strangulation and battery in 2016. 2015 is a violation of pretrial release. And that's all I show, because I can't figure out what the Pennsylvania case is.
Okay. I have very little facts on the domestic battery. All I'm showing is that it's his dad. So I'm going to keep your bond at $10,000 on the domestic battery. I'm going to order that you have no contact with your dad. Okay, don't have any contact with him whatsoever. Do not call him. Do not write him. Do not email him. If you have any contact with him while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Okay, so don't do it. You also have the failure to appear in front of Judge Toner. I need to get these both on the same day, right? One's set for March 20th and one is March 14th. So we're going to do, I don't know, the dates I was given were March 9th or March 26th. All right, we'll set it for March 9th at 8:30 in the morning in front of Judge Toner, both of these cases. We'll keep that at $4,000 and $3,000. All right, we'll set both cases March 9th at 8:30. Okay? Make sure your attorney knows your court date.
Yes, ma'am.
Bradley Godwin. Hi, Mr. Godwin. Can I have your date of birth?
7/17/95.
Okay. You are here because there's an order to transport you because you have a hearing in front of Judge Toner on February 28th at 8:30 in the morning. So you're just here this morning so that I could advise you of your hearing date, okay? Do you have the public defender in that case?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want me to appoint a public defender for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll see you back to court on February 28th.
Okay.
All right. Robert Torino.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Guarino, can I have your date of birth, please?
5/29/68.
All right, you are here today for possession of crack cocaine and tampering with evidence. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, state.
Pretty old, Your Honor. Went to DOC in 2000 for carrying or felon in possession of a firearm, and there's disposition for most of these. Looks like a grand theft in 1990.
Okay. So I have an address for you in Bushnell, Florida, 53rd Terrace. Is that where you live?
10306 Southwest 53rd Terrace. Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Almost 20 years, 30 years.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
No, ma'am. Retired.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 on each case, okay? I'm going to see you back to court March 20th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
William Harrison? Mr. Harrison, can I have your date of birth?
August 30th, 1958.
All right, you're here this morning for an aggravated assault and an assault. The aggravated assault is no bond, and the assault is $1,000. State, did you have a chance to read through this?
I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm just wondering where the aggravated assault is. I didn't see it. I know I read through it quickly, but all I saw was a statement saying that he was going to kill somebody, but no apparent ability to carry out that threat.
Unless the jewelry box is the deadly weapon they're referring to.
I think that was the assault. So
Yes, so.
I don't see an aggravated assault. I don't know.
There wasn't one.
Okay,
Yeah,
sir, I'm not asking for you to give me advice on the law.
The PC seems to indicate small brown jewelry box is the deadly weapon. That's what it says in the second paragraph, so.
Okay.
It sounds, you may have PC for us. So I assume that there's no description of small brown jewelry box that I can return to you with that's going to change that to a deadly weapon of yours.
All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to find probable cause for 2 misdemeanor assaults. Can you give me any information about Mr. Harrison?
The record is extensive. It starts in 1978. Most recent thing is I show a 5-year suspended prison sentence issued in 2017 for possession and evidence tampering. Prior to that, we have a petty theft in 2016. Okay. I got a DUI with serious bodily injury, a multiple count DUI in 2012. Trespass 2008 check case, 2008 petty theft. Failure to appear in 2003, a false report in 2003, and there's a long gap, and then it goes then 86 DUI, 86 FTA, and 78 burglary.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mr. Harrison, I have an address for you on Fraser Street in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
I'm disabled.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $3,000. Count 2 is going to stay at $1,000. I'm going to see you back to court March 20th at 9 a.m., okay? Mr. Harrison, I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case, okay?
Fine.
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today. So that we can find you in case that victim wants to file an injunction against you, okay? Do not have any contact whatsoever, calling, writing, texting, any way that you can imagine having contact. I'm forbidding you from doing so, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Jeremy Holland. Mr. Holland, can I have your date of birth?
6/17/92.
All right. All right, you are here this morning because you failed to appear in front of me on May 10th, 2017 for driving a suspended driver's license. And we also have a charge of an aggravated battery on a pregnant person. The bond is currently $10,000 on that. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you on these cases?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. I show year and a day in prison in 2014 for sale and possession, 2014 fraudulent use of credit card, 2 counts FTA there. We're also, I've been noted that he apparently has an FTA also out of Sumter County. And I show on this rap sheet multiple counts of open cases in Pasco County as well.
Okay. Mr. Holland, I have an address for you on Boxford Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
18 years.
Okay, do you have a job?
Oh, no.
Okay. For the failure to appear, bond is currently $1,000. Did you want to go ahead and take care of that case today?
Sure.
Okay, if you want to take care of it today, I'll give you 30 days from Indiana County Jail and give you credit for the time that you have in. You take care of it today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you understand by taking a plea on this case today, you're giving up right to go to trial,
Yes, ma'am.
giving up right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to this driving on suspended driver's license, how do you plead? Complete no contest.
No contest.
Okay, I'll take your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty. I send you to 30 days for Indiana County Jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You're going to have fines and court costs in the amount of $438 that you need to pay the clerk of court at some point when you do get out of jail. Resolve that case. With regard to this aggravated assault with a pregnant person, we've appointed the public defender's office. I'm going to keep your bond at $10,000, and we're going to see you back to court on March 20th at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Your Honor, on the case you pled, did you include cross prosecution?
That's all included in the 438.
Thank you.
Yeah, incarceration will be ordered. Okay, Dana McGee. Can I have your date of birth, please?
10/20/84.
All right. You are here for a violation of the pretrial release. You were in front of me in court on January 31st. I told you not to have contact with the victim in the case, and the allegation is that you did. So I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I believe I have a public defender.
Appoint the public defender to represent you.
Yes.
Okay, you're entitled to a bond on this case still. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. With regard to 2018 MM 474, I'm going to revoke your bond on that case and recommit you on that case. And we're going to see you back on, do we know when that case is set for? 228. We'll see you back on both of these cases on February 28th, okay?
Yes, ma'am. What does that mean that, when you say, I'm sorry, revoked and reinstated, does that mean, I don't understand that.
That means you're not getting out until you come back to court on February 28th. If you
So I'm
violated
here
my
to-
conditions.
Huh. Well, if you had 5 kids, you would too. Thank you.
I don't have time for that today. Brandon McCoy?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
32386.
You are here today for an organized fraud. We have 2 cases for that. The bonds are $5,000 on each case. You want to represent yourself, hire somebody? Do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on each of these cases. State.
Yes, Your Honor. I showed 2014 criminal mischief and resisting, failure to appear on those cases in 2014, and additional failure to appear in 2014, failure to appear in 2015. We have another criminal mischief in 2017, that one being a felony, also possession of controlled substance in 2017, paraphernalia 2017, sentenced to, this must have been a DOC sentence, and 2018 failure to appear out of Pasco County.
You got DOC in 2017?
It says sentence under guidelines with credit for time served of 417 days, so.
Okay. All right, Mr. McCoy, on the address on Catalina Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
Panama City.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
626 Panama. I've been there. I moved there in July.
All right, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Mechanic, Motor Max. Your Honor, permission to speak?
Go ahead.
Both of my bonds are set at 5,000. I'm a man. I like to work. I don't really have much family. When I have somebody willing to help me, if I can just get it down to like 4,000 or 3,000, it would be less strain on them and myself. If that's all possible with your grace, I would really appreciate that.
You are a salesman, aren't you? Now I understand the organized fraud. Thank you. I'm going to hold you at $10,000 bond on each case and see you back to court March 20th. Christopher
All right,
Sullivan.
thanks.
Mr. Sullivan, can I have your date of birth?
6/16/88.
All right. You were here this morning for a trespass. Your bond is $2,000. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody? Do you want the public defender's office?
The public defender.
All right. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2016 and DWSR on trespassing, failures to appear on the 2016 case, another failure to appear in 2017. Is this something you can... I was doing your mic. I just happened to gloss over the PC affidavit.
Oh. Is that pretty much it?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Mr. Sullivan, I have an address for on Ricky Terrace in Inverness. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Nope.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and keep your bond at $2,000. Okay. We're going to see you back to court on March 20th at 9 o'clock. John Thompson?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Thompson, can I have your date of birth?
182.
All right. You are here today for failing to appear in front of Judge Merritt on October 20th for grand theft and carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon. Judge Merritt has indicated on this warrant that you have 3 prior second-degree felonies and that you scored DOC time, and based on that, he wants you held no bond on this. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, ma'am, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office, and we're going to hold you no bond. We'll see you back to court on March 20th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty.
Thanks.
Abram Warren. Mr. Warren, can I have your date of birth?
6/12/86.
All right, you were here this morning for an assault on a battery on a pregnant person, tampering with a witness, resisting with violence, and depriving an officer of their communication device or other equipment. The bonds are no bond, $5,000, $10,000, and $10,000. I did find probable cause for all 6 of these counts, because there's 2 counts of resisting and 2 counts of depriving the officer. 6 counts altogether. I did find PC. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, you mind if I ask any questions about the PC on this case?
Yeah, I do. State, sorry, record.
Yes, Your Honor. We've got a 2004 possession of cocaine, 2005 battery and criminal mischief, violation of probation, 2005, 2006 DWSR, 2006 battery and resisting, 2007 failure to appear ×2. We have a 2007 criminal mischief, 2007 aggravated assault that looks like it was reduced to a regular assault. No, there's also a battery by strangulation and 18 months DOC in 2007. There is 2010 aggravated battery arrest result is a battery violation of probation in 2010, another violation of probation in 2010. 2013 battery by strangulation with another 18 months DOC. 2014 contempt and violation of injunction, DWSR in 2014. Multiple count resisting and possession case in 2014. 2015 marijuana and paraphernalia, and I think that covers it.
Okay. All right, so I have an address here on Fireside Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
That's where I was staying before this incident.
How long were you staying there?
Like 5 months.
Do you have a job?
No, I do not. Not to say that I don't work, I just don't have a job right now.
All right, for count number 1, the battery on a pregnant person, I'm going to set your bond at $20,000. On the tampering, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. On the resisting with violence, the 2 counts, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 each. I think it's already $5,000. I'm going to keep it at $5,000 each. And depriving the officer of protection and communication, I'm going to set that at $5,000 each. We're going to see you back to court on March 20th at 9 a.m. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office. If you have questions for them about the probable cause, you can ask them, okay? Did we get everyone at the jail?
I have a Kirsten Smart.
Okay. Ma'am, can I have your date of birth?
11/3/1982.
I don't know where the PC went for her. Okay, I'm showing that you are there for possession of paraphernalia. Does the clerk have a PC I can look at?
Have mine if you need it, Your Honor.
I have it. Thank you. Sorry. Borrow it. Probably already read it. But...
She has over cases too.
Okay. All right, there's probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
I'd like to pay her, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Kate?
She was a petty theft in 2009, 2005 grand theft, involved in a failure to appear recently, but she also has in front of Judge Hitzman, case number 2018 MM141 with an offense date of January 4th, 2018, which is set for March 8th for pretrial. That looks like.
Petty theft? Was that a petty theft? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Is there an offer for her to resolve both of these cases today?
Petty theft cases against Walmart. Looks like the offer in that case was originally probation. It's your case. You want say 30 days to wrap up both, Your Honor?
Okay. Ma'am, if you want to resolve both of your cases today, the state is offering you 30 days jail. We'll give you credit for any time that you have in. Do you want to resolve both cases today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand by taking a plea on these cases that you're giving up right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up the right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up the right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, with regard to the petty theft charge in 2018 M141, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
Accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. To adjudicate you guilty, I'm going to send you to 30 days for Nana County Jail. When you first got the petty theft charge, did you get a notice to appear, or were you arrested?
I was arrested.
And when did you bond out? How long were you in before you bonded out?
About 6 days. 5 or 6 days.
6 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I'll go ahead and give you credit for the 8 days that you have in on that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have fines and court costs in the amount of $620. $620. And the cost of incarceration will impose on that case. When you do get out, you want to make your way down to the clerk of court and start making payment arrangements for those things, okay? We have you here this morning for the possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you want to plead to that? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. Adjudicate you guilty. Can we just do time served on that one?
That's fine.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do time served on that one. Give you, adjudicate you guilty, send you to 2 days for Nana County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs in the amount of $503. $503 on that case? $518. Sorry, $518, okay? And that should clear up both of your cases, okay? Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Your Honor?
Witness.
Yes.
something.
We have a Robert Dominguez that was brought back in per Judge Scaglione from the
I can
weekend.
explain this one.
Okay.
This is, he was charged with disorderly intox. We were going to resolve this case with time served, but yesterday at the jail there were no orders or paperwork available to do a plea. So we continued him over to today to resolve this case.
Okay. So there's no case number or anything, right?
That's,
Just
I'm sure there is.
the PC, I guess. Okay.
No, I probably.
All right, Mr. Dominguez, you're charged with
Disorderly intox.
disorderly intoxication. Do you want to go ahead and resolve your case today? They're offering you time served.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand by taking a plea on this case today, you're giving up right to go to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Giving up right to confront witnesses, call witnesses on your behalf, and you're giving up right to have the state prove the case against you. Want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. With regard to this charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to, was it
He
he
had 3 now.
Sunday? Or
Yeah,
Saturday?
he was yesterday morning, his first appearance. He was arrested Sunday night, so he's in 3, I guess.
Okay. I'll adjudicate you guilty, send you to 3 days Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 3 days that you had in. You'll have fines and court costs, the amount of $503, and the cost of incarceration assessed against you, okay? You want to make your way down to the clerk of court when you get a chance and start making payment arrangements for all of those things, okay?
Again, ma'am, Your Honor.
All righty. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Did we get everyone now?
Yes, thank
All right.
you.